When you look at a balance sheet here, okay, what most people have in there are 401ks and cash. And I don't know if you know this, but the Federal Reserve, the Treasury, the T-bills, is how they steal your wealth. You know, every time you put your money in a Treasury bill, that's how they steal your wealth. So a Treasury bill is a thief. So that's why I say savers are losers. Now, the reason I like gold, silver, and Bitcoin is because they're outside the federal system. I've always been kind of a rebel. I don't want to be an insider. I want to be outside the Fed and the Treasury and the banking system. So every time I operate with gold, silver, or Bitcoin, any kind of crypto like Ethereum, I'm outside their system. So the reason silver is the best is I track it every day. I've been buying silver since 1964 and gold since 1973. So I'm a multi-millionaire in gold and silver, the real stuff. And I've also taken a silver mine public through an IPO in Toronto Stock Exchange. And I took a gold mine out of China through an IPO public in Toronto also. But the Chinese confiscated it because I found I made too much money. I don't like Chinese now. But anyway, but the whole point here is that gold and silver are God's money. They've been here since the earth was formed. The US dollar will be long gone before gold and silver go. We'll be long gone before gold and silver go. And Bitcoin is people's money. Again, it's outside the central bank system. So I'm a student of economics and all that. Central bank is same as communism because a centrally controlled economy is communism. So a central bank is part of a communist system. So the reason I have gold, silver, and Bitcoin is I'm operating out. Now, silver is still 50% below its all-time high. So when gold just went up to 2,000, it dropped down to about 1,900 today. But when gold takes off, silver will follow. So what they say is gold knocks on the door, but when the door opens, silver goes through it. So my biggest gain is going to be through silver now at this time. 5 years from now, it may be different. Person without any money, a silver US Eagle, silver, it's about 25 bucks. I don't know anybody who can't afford 25 bucks. But the people who can't are people who are saving US dollars or yen or euro or pesos or whatever they say. Paper money is fake money. So I love gold and silver and Bitcoin because they operate outside what I consider a totalitarian system called the United States.
So should I get on the stock market and invest in silver or actually possess the unit of silver?
I only hold physical silver. I have some silver. I don't like the stock market because I've taken companies public. Either you're an insider or you're an outsider. So anybody who's got a stock, bond, mutual fund, or ETF or a bond, you're an outsider. I only invest in the inside. So that's why I like real estate, and that's why I like starting my own companies. So if you're gonna hold, depends. You can buy. I don't recommend it, but you can buy mining shares, and mining shares are higher leverage, but they're paper. But I've taken 2 companies public. I don't touch them. I know the stuff. I know it's manipulated. I know how they manipulate it. And that's why kind of spooky. I bought my first gold coin in Hong Kong because in 1973 it was illegal for an American to own gold. So my carrier group sailed into Hong Kong, and while other guys were chasing the wild women in Hong Kong, I was in the streets looking for gold, and I found a South African Krugerrand for about 50 bucks. And today that South African, I still have it. It's in storage in Switzerland. That South African Krugerrand is probably worth 2,500 bucks. And then I started collecting silver coins back in 1964.
If I saw a gold eagle or a silver eagle coin and it was like, for example, 1 ounce, and I look at the market and it's $600 an ounce, let's say, and they want, because every time I've went to look at it, it's always more than the weight. Like, in other words, silver's at 600, let's say, and I know it wasn't, but let's say 600. And then I look at the coin and it's like, okay, that should be $600, but they want $799 because it's got a gold eagle on it. Now, how do I get the silver for the price that it's going for?
Well, there's a company that sells international. It's called Lair Capital, and I speak for them. So just FYI that. But the reason I like silver today is $25. And at one time it was $50. So when you look at, and it's moving up and down, silver is more volatile than gold. But I always say to people, everybody can afford $25, but they'd rather hold on to fake money that's printed by the treasury. And
well, is that because, you know, I haven't saw a Walmart or a grocery store take 2 ounces of silver in exchange for my groceries?
Instead of saving in a bank account, which most people do, dollars, I hold gold and silver in a safe. And the reason for that is the most important word is liquidity. How fast can I convert, let's say, 1 ounce of silver into $25? Probably 20 minutes. Just go back to the coin dealer and say, I want to be cashed out for this. It's like going to Vegas. You know, it's a chip, it's a token. That's all it is. You go up to the window and you say, oh, here's a $100 chip. I want $100. I mean, that's as fast as it is. There's reputable dealers and bad dealers. It's like anything else. Like you can start with, go online, check out Lair Capital. I'm not endorsing, but
LAIR.
I trust them, you know. But there's coin dealers all over Vegas has lots of coin dealers. But what you got to be careful about is what most if you come in and you say, I'm a FNU guy, FNG, the Marine Corps called them. I don't know anything. They're going to sell you what's called a collectible coin, a numismatic coin. So this coin would normally be $20, but because it's in 1896, it's $50. Buy the $20 one.
Yeah.
Don't touch that's like going into an antique store and buying antique furniture. You don't know anything about antiques. So always buy the coin.